Evening. I'm sorry I've been out of incommunicado this whole week. My day job has been extremely rough recently, so I've had so very little time. But that said, let's get to my next carving, which is, for lack of a better name, climber. So this is a female climber, and she is quite high up the face of the cliff, and it's going to be highest point here, lowest point approximately here, and you'll be going from top down, as you can see. I'm gonna try to get something down here that makes it look like the ground, maybe cars or people, I'm not sure yet. The side of the cliff here will go from here, behind the head here, behind the body, and come out down here. So we'll also move off into this direction. These are the kinds of carvings that I find most challenging, fun to do, because I just really don't have any idea how to do it other than to dig in and just kind of get going. So for the most part, I'll probably start by outlining the body and getting my cut marks in all in those areas. After that, I will take some tentative cuts in this area here to get the cliff to start moving in that direction. I may need to add another piece of wood to the back of this, just because it's pretty deep. Now this is 1.75, just under 2 inches. So technically, if you're a low relief carver, there should be no reason why it can't be done. But because this cliff is very high here and very low here, and the other thing is to remember, at least for relief carving, this is of paramount importance. When you're looking at it in 2D, it's easy to see past the closest things to your eye and see the back and then go, oh yeah, I get that. That's totally doable. I see how that's done. But because it's completely flat, you need to remember that your highest point is probably going to be up here, but you'll need to cut this cliffside to match this lower angle down here. And this lower angle down here will probably come out at the very base of this area here. So, you just don't know how much you need to define this character until you get going. Now, granted, I could probably cut off a very slight area here and bring it all into play, but then I wouldn't have hardly enough depth on the character, on the main subject, to define, the muscles and the head and everything else that I generally do. So it'll be a touch and go for a bit to determine whether I need to add more wood or not. I'm going to try to get it so that I don't have to add any wood at all. But I've done this sort of work before, and I've gotten to a point where I'm like, there's just no way to do this without, getting more wood on the back. So I don't know if that's the case yet, but we'll look forward to finding out, right? If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask, and I'd be happy to answer. I'll try to get moving on this piece here today and get it started. Also, the customer was very happy with ArcMage, and that's in his hands now, so just lets you know. Thanks.